Whoa! Howard Jones. We've had music from all around the world on the series. We've had harps from Africa. We've had harps on top of the American skyscrapers. We're back home tonight. Robin Hugh Bowen, how are you?
Hello.
Robin Hugh Bowen. Now, to most people, Robin, a harp is a harp is a harp. But
yes.
This is very different, isn't it?
This is very different. This is the Welsh triple harp, a Delyn Daearys, the really, truly, uniquely Welsh harp of harps in the world.
A Delyn Daearys?
A Delyn Daearys, yes.
Which means?
The three-road harp.
And it's got three different rows.
That's right.
How's it actually working physically? What do they all do?
Well, the two on the outside are like two sets of white notes of the piano.
Right.
And you get the black notes on the row in the middle, so you can get a major chord or a minor chord.
So just you have to actually stick your fingers in between the outsides?
In between, yes.
And I also noticed you seem to be the wrong way around. It's like in a mirror.
Well, this is the traditional, proper Welsh way of playing a harp. You put it on the left shoulder with your left hand in the top and the right hand down in the bass. Not the other way around, like they do in orchestras today.
Because you've got that setup, are there any unusual things that you can do?
Oh yes,
you can't get on an
you can get very strange sort of chromatic glides, which you can't get on a pedal harp. And you've also got the two sets of rows tuned in unisons, which gives you a very strange sort of bell-like effect almost. Very unique.
So if you wanted to show it off to its best potential, you've got to play something Welsh, haven't you, really?
Oh, absolutely.
What have you got for us?
Well, something not just quite Welsh, but even better. It's a Welsh gypsy polka. A real true Welsh gypsy polka, passed down from the Roberts family in Newtown, who were a famous harpist gypsy family in the last century.
Okay.
Do you want to go seasonal in the middle?
I'll follow you if I may. Robin Hugh Bowen.
Okay.
My next guest, well, whatever you think of his politics, you must admire the man for what he's achieved. He's risen to the top of his profession. He's the Member of Parliament for Islwyn, but he's also the Vice President of the Jean Vincent Appreciation Society. Please welcome the Right Honourable Neil Kinnock. I think I got those in the right order, didn't
Absolutely, absolutely. The greatest distinction, B&G. Yeah.
And when did you become a fan?
I don't know about, a fan?
Yeah.
Before you were born. It's in the dim mists of history, back in late 50s.
Where would you have heard it?
Oh, everywhere, all the time. I'm the first rock and roll generation, you got to know that.
Yeah, you're going to enjoy tonight, I can tell you.
Absolutely, all rock and roll tonight.
Can I just say that if that offends you at all, because people have drawn comparisons between well-known female politicians.
Yeah, I was looking at the... there's a little bit of Harold Wilson there, obviously.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of Margaret Thatcher. Only, I think it's probably got more heart than Margaret Thatcher. And there's a little bit of Geronimo on the top there, and then there's that Mussolini woman who...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I got to say, this was completely harmless. The thing...
Not to say legless. Not alone in that, mate.
Yeah. I mean, life has changed, hasn't it? It was so serious when you were the leader of the Labour Party. Are you free now? Do you feel you can be yourself? Because I've met you privately, and you know, you've got to be so serious, haven't you, when you're a politician?
I've mind every time we've ever met, there hasn't been any real constraint, has there?
No, not really.
They've been on fairly free occasions, but obviously there's much less pressure. I'm just as busy, but there's much less pressure. And the only thing is, I'm not growing hair. I was hoping my hair would come back, but if it does, I'll let you know. Right?
If you're a fan of Gene Vincent,
Lenin. sorry.
No. If you're a fan of Gene Vincent, there's so much other music that you enjoy.
Yeah.
I mean, opera is a first love, isn't it?
Yes, and I like a lot of classical music. I like just about everything except sort of plain song chants, 13th century stuff. But rock and roll, opera, classical music, I like it all. Yeah.
I mean, just looking at the way the American political system is organised compared with Britain, you know, it's all right for Bill Clinton to get up and play the saxophone, isn't it? People accept that and think it's okay. Will there ever come a time, you think, where it'll be allowed for you to do this and still be the leader of the Labour Party?
Oh, I don't think so. Not because of people, the electorate, the ordinary voters, but because we've got this great veil of snobbery that comes down, mainly from the press, who, if you appeared on a show like this and we had this kind of conversation, you talk about rock and roll and so on, made the odd gag, they'd say you lacked gravitas, you weren't weighty, not fit to lead the country. I actually think that somebody who's in touch with the people is in a much better position to lead the country than somebody who's totally But that's not the way they see it.
Yeah. Having said that, you know, are you enjoying retirement?
Well, it's not. It isn't exactly retirement. I mean, the great thing is I get to appear on fine shows with Mal Pope on a Friday night. It can be bad.
And what does the future hold? I mean, obviously you are the member of Parliament for your own place, for Islay. That's got to take up, you know, as much time as anybody can handle anyway.
Well, that's the real work.
I mean, where have you been tonight?
That's what it's about. I came here from a meeting tonight in the constituency. Very nice meeting too. And today I've been around old people's homes and post offices, and I've been to a meeting in Newport, a couple of other things. But it keeps you out of mischief, you know, being busy. It's all right.
It certainly does, doesn't it? Well, anyway, thanks very much for being with us tonight. Neil Kinnock.
Nice to see you.
It's time for us to take a bit of a break now. We're going to be back with Bonnie Tyler and Dave Edmonds. See you in the mo.